Magic 89.9.
You know the scary thing about, Robert De Niro waiting for you. If you come in and he has a frown, it looks like you're going to get hurt.
I know.
So you hope he's smiling.
Or it's either he's picking you up or
You're going to
something.
get hurt anyway.
Right. Yeah. Ay, Sweet Tooth said, good morning. Pwede po pa-request ng theme song ng Baywatch?
No.
Baywatch? What's the title of the song of Baywatch?
You guys are all looking for me. Guys,
While we're at it, we're looking at him.
Because JJ said,
guys, what is Baywatch?
Sarge, if you're tuned in, JJ doesn't want to board next Friday anymore. Because what's Baywatch?
No,
What
I have the entire
about?
week to watch it.
Yes.
I don't even think he was born when that show came out.
No, he wasn't. No.
Wow.
Even the reruns, he wasn't there.
Wow.
I mean, I wasn't even born when the songs for the 80s and 90s came out.
You know what? A Sweet Tooth, I'd love to play it for you, but I don't have it. Yeah, I haven't. I don't think we're ever going to have it.
Yeah.
Maybe. Maybe next week. Let's see.
Maybe not.
But this is happening right now.
Yes, it is. Sorry.
Physical Fitness Friday.
That's
but now
right. Today,
we are financial fitness
That's
for
right.
today,
Yeah,
right?
That's right. It's finance fitness, and we have two people who are an authority, or they're both authority on talking about money. Of course, we have the comebacking,
Yes.
Mr. Jason Law, friend of the show, and we have a first-time guest, ZEE Martinez. Magandang umaga po.
Good morning, everyone.
Hi.
Good morning,
And
everyone.
they came in with the report of the weather.
That's right.
It's raining
It's
cats
raining
and dogs.
cats and
apparently
dogs.
Outside.
Yes, yes.
Turtles and everything.
Turtle doves and tweedledums outside.
You know, raining cats and dogs. If I remember, no, ang haba ng kwento. Never mind.
Sige, go.
No, because I remember when I was living in a hut with thatch roof.
Okay.
When it would rain so hard, the cats and the dogs up on the roof would fall. So it's raining cats and dogs.
Oh,
Yes,
all right.
I got hit by a dog once
because of that.
because I was standing by the door.
Never again, okay?
Yes, I
Just
shall
like,
not.
the reminders that they're gonna say to us, never again to do these things if you
Yes.
want to be financially fit.
That's
like
right.
Jason and Z.
That's right. See, here's the thing, right? And it's, I mean, a lot of people are shamed by this, but some do know how to handle it, but some want to handle it, but do not know. We are talking about debts, whether it's credit card or your online lending and lending and stuff like that. And that's why we invited Jason and Z today, this morning, to talk about this. I'm sure a lot of you guys, tell them about it. Playback.tv/magic899, magic899.com. Of course, old school radio. That's 89.9 on your FM band. We are talking about that. Jason, sir.
Yeah, I was supposed to ask what's Baywatch. Then I remember that my first concert
But your
was
first concert
Bananarama
Medyo booking,
was
no?
Bananarama at what? How old were
in
you?
Araneta. I think I was in grade 6.
Grade 6. Imagine that. Grade 6, lumalakwatsa ka na. And Bananarama at that. Kundirana is, what do you call that?
The LaSalle group.
Yeah, and they were like the
front
pre-show.
acts, yeah.
Thank you.
Wow.
They were the pre-show.
Kundirana.
Kundirana.
A lot of people, a lot of artists came out of the band, right?
Yeah,
There's
so
like
many.
Oogie and Ding Dong. And I think Gary V.
Gary V
Yeah.
was even part of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And also, I know, Dennis Joseph.
Baliktad, Joseph Dennis.
Okay, so let's talk about where do we even begin?
Right.
Right? Okay.
Yeah, well, it was 2010. I had this speaking engagement, and I was sharing my story about how we got out of debt.
Yes.
So we had 8 credit cards all with debt.
What?
So because of our business. And we have personal loans. We also have business loans. And I told them that we paid off 7 of the cards already, and there's only 1 remaining. So for effect, I pulled out that last card. I told them this is the last credit card, and we paid it off 2 days ago. So I got a pair of scissors. I cut it off, and I shouted, "Freedom!" And then people gave me blank stares. So I told them I'm a big fan of Braveheart. Wala akong pakialam kung feel niya corny ako. I shouted again, "Freedom!"
They have not seen the movie, obviously, right?
And yun yung naging namin, commonality, because when I shouted again, everyone shouted again. Apparently all of them are also in debt.
Oh. So how did you start paying off? Wait. How did you even gather so much debt?
Yeah, because I'm half Chinese. So ang turo sa amin, if you have a business, kailangan yung utang mo malaki din. Mas malaki yung business, mas malaki yung utang. So that was the mentality back then. So you have to be careful who you listen to.
Yeah, this is the first time I'm hearing this.
Yeah, yeah,
Right?
yeah.
And you're Chinese.
So they call it leverage.
Leverage.
But then I over leveraged. I was handling several businesses at the same time. So that's when it started. And we used our credit cards for one of those businesses, which was a restaurant. So, and then one thing led to another. Nag-balloon siya to the point na lahat ng cards may mga utang na. And I found out that we are deep in debt because my wife had a delicate pregnancy. So she was in the hospital. She was hospitalized for a few days. And I used a card.
Used
So it was
a card.
declined. Second declined. We had 8. So that's how bad it was.
Oh, how did you get out of it? Now let's talk about how you got out of it and how long did it take you to get out of those 8 credit cards?
Yeah, well,
debt?
you really have to face the problem head on. Sabi nga nila, di ba, embrace your problems.
Oh, dear.
My
why
wife
my-
hugs me all the time.
Yeah, that's why
That's why.
to say.
That's my girlfriend is hugging me.
Yeah, you know, Big D is so huggable.
Yes. Sorry, continue.
5 children.
Yes, yes.
So that's what happened. And when we started facing our problems and really seeing it for what it is, we had to decide if we're gonna close our business. So my
wow.
brother
It came
went
to
to the
that,
hospital and told me, this is what's gonna happen. So if you're gonna borrow money again and you do this, do you think it will pick up? And my answer was a resounding no. And that's when we decided to close it down and then sell our assets. And that's how we started getting back on track, because sometimes we're really not admitting where we are. And many people are in that same situation, whether you're supporting family, but you can't anymore because you're deep in debt and you have to check first
Right.
where you're at, or things that will actually affect not just your livelihood, but also your family. Because if you have money problems, definitely you'll have marriage problems.
Yes,
Yes, yes.
that is so true. I know of a couple. No, I'm kidding. No, I know nobody.
I'm taking notes. I'm
Wow.
taking notes. Okay. Problem.
Yeah, you have to take notes because I'm not saying that you're getting
No,
married
'cause you're gonna get
anytime
married
soon.
someday.
You know, it's just good
Someday,
advice. I'm just gonna take
yes.
notes,
Yeah.
mental notes.
Yeah. Okay.
Continue.
Yeah. And then?
Then that's how we started. We started selling assets first. So one thing about paying off your debts, you have to also have savings. So I know some people who started paying all of their debts to the detriment of their savings. And now when there's an emergency, they have to borrow again.
Oy.
So
Ay.
a guy told me, a friend who lost more than me, but eventually recovered. When we met, he recovered already. He told me, Jason, pag ikaw nawalan ka ng negosyo, nawalan ka ng pera, wag ka magmumukhang kawawa. Kasi kawawa ka na nga eh. Magmumukha ka pang kawawa. Ang tawag daw sa'yo, chihuahua. Lalayuan
daddy
ka ng mga
jokes.
tao.
Daddy jokes. Yes.
Nakaka-hurt naman. Bananarama jokes. Bananarama ever. So, yun, nag-ano kami, he told me, you can fail with dignity, grace, and self-respect. So during that time, I never considered myself poor after that conversation, even though we were deep in debt. I only considered myself broke because poor is permanent. It is a state of being, but broke is only temporary.
Wow, okay.
One
Oh,
day it will
wait, can
pass.
you repeat that?
Yeah, I wanna.
Yeah,
I wanna etch it in my
so
mind. then.
broke and poor.
Yeah, so being poor, so that's permanent, but broke is only temporary. It will pass. So the mindset is, even if you're deep in debt, it's going to pass as long as you do something about it.
Ah, I see. Broke.
Broke.
Okay, broke.
Yeah,
No, we're neither poor nor broke. We are getting paid.
Continue. And then.
Oh, wait, you talked about marriage.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you were in the middle of all this, did you and your wife have separate accounts, or was it a joint account? And did you dip into that?
Oh,
when you were
we dipped
paying?
into everything.
Ayun na nga, all the jars and all the alcansha.
yeah.
Pay
Okay.
off debts.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sharing this. It was Dave Ramsey who popularized this quote. So, money, personal finance is 80% behavior and 20% head knowledge.
Wow.
So it's not what you know. We know, everyone knows that we need to exercise, but only a few people would do it.
Okay.
So likewise, same thing with money. And with me and my wife, we knew already what's happening, but we were in denial. One thing about businesses, and if ever someone would ask me, ask for advice, first thing I'll ask them, nakaseparate ba yung account nyo? sa business niya tsaka sa personal. And most of them would say, kailangan ba yun?
Pinagsama.
So kasi pag nagbe-business ka, kailangan yung money naka-separate and you just get a salary.
Yeah.
It's like you're an employee of your business.
Right.
So for us, since ganun na yung nagiging challenge and problem na mix-mix na namin, we don't have a budget anymore kasi we don't have anything to budget. So I was using personal money. And at 9 a.m., kinakabahan na ako. Kinakabog na ako.
Why?
May
Because
tumatawag.
they're gonna call. Yeah.
Wow.
Bank.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
May puputok kami na, thank God, wala naman kami napaputok na check. Pero ganon. We were scrambling every day. So paying off suppliers, talking to our partners, and of course, credit card, which is 3.5% every month interest rate.
Oh.
So that alone adds to our expenses.
And stress as well, right?
Understatement.
Yeah, I have so much more questions, but also when we were talking about how we are going to talk about these things on air, the in thing right now is online lending for the kids. I've seen so many young people. When I say young, I say in their 30s, getting depressed.
I thought me.
No.
Me young.
Not you. You're 18 years old. No, I mean in their 30s, early 30s, depressed because they're, neck deep in online lending debt, right? So Z and Jason, who's more, knowledgeable with the online lending thing? Jason
Well,
also.
Z also knows a lot.
They both know.
They both know.
That's why we have them here.
Okay, but Z will also tackle insurance, savings, and things like that. Because a while ago, you were just talking about how PhilHealth is offering, 20,000 pesos every year,
Medication.
free meds, and I don't know about checkups and whatnot. Guys, read the news. Okay? Because there's something that PhilHealth is giving for their members. And also, I will ask you how to take advantage of these things like the SSS, the PhilHealth, the Pag-ibig funds. We should also be knowledgeable about those things.
My wife just gave birth last year at 45 years old. So
Congratulations.
Congratulations!
nakakuha kami ng PhilHealth.
You are new
Nice.
parents.
I think we got $70,000 or something.
Wow!
But you have to follow up again.
Again and again and again.
You have to do the paperwork and the legwork as well. And it's something that, the new graduates don't realize that they have to do all these things when they get into the world.
Those things that should be taught in school, right?
Right?
No, we don't like. I was a fresh graduate just this July, and
That's how
I
you
tried
use.
searching online, like how do I do this? And then it was raining. This was the time the 2-week typhoon
Rain, right.
happened, and I was only doing it online. Thank God for online. I was able to do my TIN, my PhilHealth and SSS. Well, partially the SSS. I still have to go on site, but there's not a clue of how you do it, introducing school or anything. So I'm not asking for you guys to like.
No, because
But, like,
that's my next question. Haven't you guys done the school route yet? Like, presented this to DepEd and tell them that there should be like a subject, especially if actually as early as grade school.
Oh, yeah. Even teachers, we had seminars for teachers on financial literacy.
Yes.
Not heavily though.
Not so much yet. Not so much yet.
Hi Z. Come closer to the microphone. It doesn't bite. Maybe sometimes, but not today.
Not today.
Not today. Okay.
They're trying to bring it even to the public school teachers. So we have what we call para-aralan, like that. So like we can really spread financial literacy for everyone, like literally everyone, even the students, but mostly for also employees like teachers, because it's easier for them to get loans. And if you don't have proper financial planning, you'll really get into loans after loans after loans.
True.
It's scary. You're a new teacher. They will give you a credit line of maybe 200,000 to 400,000 and sometimes
Holy
higher.
moly.
So on your first year. So if you're not financially literate, you'll borrow and then you'll just use it for renovate ng bahay.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, you've already
You're deep down.
mortgaged your future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know about this. So we'll talk more about the things that we don't know about, in finances, in savings, and managing basically your wealth. Let's talk about your wealth na. Diba? We're managing your wealth because we're all wealthy after all. Okay. Up ahead, we've got still music from Smash Mouth. I think I will have some Taint and Love for you, but for now, let's have this.
Magic 89.9.
Not all glitter is gold.
That's right.
This is the Big Breakfast with Big D, JJ, 4J, and Jada. And in the house for Fitness Friday, we've got Jason Law and ZEE Martinez.
That's right. We're talking about debts. But you know what? Sorry, we've been
It's
talking
okay.
about bad debts. But you know, there are actually there's something called a good debt.
Okay.
So, Jason?
Yeah, good debt is something that grows your money. So that you can grow your money with that debt. So you have to choose between buying assets or liabilities.
There you go.
So an asset is something that puts money in your pocket. A liability is something that takes money out of your pocket. So
And depreciates.
and it depreciates and it will cost you more. That's why if you will borrow, you can probably do it for, let's say, mortgage. But again, we have emergencies, so you have to be careful and borrow responsibly.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, before we move on with Jason Law's story, because you're Chinese, you said, you mentioned that a while ago, and you know, their teachings and stuff like that, you are taught to rent and not buy. Is that, no, it's a myth, or you're right? Rent, not buy. 'Cause-
Yeah. Well, there are two trains of
Okay.
thoughts, but yeah, that's one thing that we do in business. Instead of buying, you rent para yung pera mo umiikot.
Yes, and I'm talking about not just house, you know, everything.
But then if we have naman then you can start because it's also an investment. So some
It appreciates
they
the
have
land.
their business, they grow their business, they have a cash cow, and then that's when they invest in real estate. Especially if the real estate also complements your business. So let's say you're in manufacturing, you need a warehouse. Eventually, you have enough money, so that's
You buy it.
how they do it. But if not, what they do is they iniikot nila yung pera nila sa business.
Okay, so let's finish Jason
yeah.
Law's credit card story.
Yeah. So, how did it get paid off or something?
Well, we used the snowball effect. 8 credit cards. We take a look at the lowest from the 8. Instead of looking at the highest interest rate, so yung mababang, yung smallest amount.
Right.
So binus namin lahat doon. So we're paying minimum for all. Tapos what you really need to do is, if you're in debt, deep debt, you have to really work very hard. First off, sell your assets. Sell stuff.
Oh.
Sell stuff.
Ganun
Can't
talaga.
find anything anymore. You try selling your children. I don't know what.
I'm taking notes.
Taking notes. Children.
Not
If my
parents,
kids are tuned in, guys, you know what's gonna happen.
Kidneys.
Yeah, and we came up with a lot too from that stuff that we felt that we need, but we didn't. So it's not a need; it's a want.
It's a want.
And
yes.
then side hustles. I started calling some of my friends, and I told them my situation. And told them, by the way, I'm not going to ask or beg for money. I'm gonna sell you something, and give me the opportunity to present it to you. If you don't find it's for you, it's okay. No commitment, but give me the opportunity.
Yeah.
So some of them did, some of them didn't. But it's okay. I didn't took it personally, because that's life. They have their priorities also.
Right.
So I took to heart that advice, not na wag magmukhang kawawa.
Yes.
So that's some of the ways I started doing it, until one card got paid off, the second, third, and then that situation, 2010, freedom.
Freedom.
I think I was there when you did plastic surgery.
You were there. You were
Yes,
there.
yes.
When he cut the card.
Card, yes. yeah. Ramdam mo siya. Sobra.
I have
Sobra.
something to share. I cut my credit card too.
Yeah.
I did. When I paid it off, like, I think I had to cut, and then never again.
I just changed my phone number. I'm kidding.
Just a disclaimer, I still have
That's
cards.
good advice.
When someone calls, this is not.
No.
What are you talking about?
Because they don't just harass you, they harass the people around you as well.
Oh yeah.
Right? Yeah, they do.
But I still do have cards, but I pay them
Yeah,
off.
of course.
Yeah.
So
You've learned your
maximum should be
lesson.
2. But if you can have only 1, that's better, so you can manage it.
Right.
Yeah, because how can you travel without your credit cards? I'm kidding. Wait lang, ha? Wait lang.
The quickest disclaimer ever.
No. Wait. So we are looking at the businessman's point of
Yeah.
view from Jason Law. And what if you're employed?
Yeah.
Right? If you have a different life. And ZEE, this is your experience naman.
Yeah, all right. So when I was working, we have a fixed salary, of course. And for a newly grad, just like JJ, newly grad, you have assets like car, but you don't have so much savings.
Right.
And then you will meet someone and fall in love and get married, and then here goes the pregnant part. So on my
bilis na.
with my story, yeah, it's really fast. You'll be amazed. Becoming a father.
No. It's true. I mean, the bills just come and
He's
stack.
so scared now. See? Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it's good to have a family.
Yes, of
I think
course.
it's
Eventually.
It comes with a whole lot of
it's
stuff,
really our
too.
first miracle to have
Right.
my first baby, because when I got married, I am already a PCOS warrior. So
Oh, wow.
So my OB really told me that I might not have children. So
Yes.
when we had our first miracle, it's actually a blessing. But then again, just like for employees, you have a fixed salary, and then you're starting to save up. You just got married, and then your wedding is kind of,
Explain to the people, because I think this is also a part of the story of how you got into credit card debt, right?
If you're comfortable.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, I have two weddings. So,
How?
so I have two weddings. I have a Christian wedding and a Catholic wedding. So, I'm sure a lot of you can relate if you came from two different families. And of course, you want to start your family with peace.
Yes.
Yes.
And so there goes the two weddings. So I mean, I have nothing against. I love it. They have two gowns.
Of course. Yeah, it's
I have
wonderful.
2 gowns to everything, diba? So like, but then again, I got pregnant, JJ. So
JJ
when you're there, so you have to prepare.
Yes.
But then again,
I'm not gonna get pregnant though. I'm not. It's not me.
yeah. But then
Let's
again,
hope not.
my
It's all fun and games until, somebody actually gets pregnant.
True.
Sorry, Z. Go ahead.
It's okay. My pregnancy is kind of sensitive, so I'll be bed rest for the whole pregnancy.
9 months.
Yeah, 9 months, and then of course the maternity leave is only for 2 months, so
Wow.
you get paid 2
7
months.
months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unpaid.
So from a 2 earning income couple, it's down to 1. So you don't want to talk to people, because
Yeah.
so when the problem with Filipino culture is when you have utang, the hardest part to pay off is the utang na loob. Right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
the utang, it's easier to pay kasi you can just pay your debts.
Yes.
You work hard, pay your debts. But sometimes the utang na loob is the hard part.
Yeah.
That's why credit card is an easy go-to.
It is.
Yeah, it's an easy go-to solution for you because you don't talk to anyone, and then you have the credit card line.
You feel like you're in control.
Yes, you feel that it's okay, I can pay it off. But then again we're starting 20s. I'm talking about 20s, right?
Yes. After 2 weddings.
Yes, we don't have much, so we go to credit cards. But then again, that's where you will really look deep into your finances, because if you are not prepared for the what if in life, diba? You're literally one sickness away from poverty. That's what they
True.
say. But I'm not even sick. I'm really pregnant, so it's a happy moment. But how do we get out of that is really to have emergency fund first. So imagine this, they say, Sir Jason would always say that we should have at least 6 months of our monthly savings for our emergency fund. But for my case, it was 9 months.
Yes.
Diba? So parang doon lang, you really have to think about the life's uncertainties. It's not prepared. It's not something that you can wag na ngayon, next year na lang.
Yeah.
It's not something that you can plan ahead, but
You
you
have to
can
do it
prepare
now.
ahead.
Yeah.
So like with what happened to us, my husband is a dentist, so it's not fixed also.
Yes.
The income, right?
Yeah.
So you go to the clinic, you have
Patients.
you have patients, but if there's no patient, you can't just go down there and just say, hey, bunot.
No.
Check out.
You can't do that.
Molasses na.
Lagot siya, diba? So that's how you will manage to get out of debts. You know that one source of income is not enough. You have to think of other ways. I think emergency fund is one. 6 months is good, but if you can do it more, why not? And then of course, have another stream of income. So just in case, just like what happened to us, the other one was like, hindi pwede, diba? Hindi pwedeng magkuha ng income. You have other side hustles.
So how did you do it? How were you able to get out of your debt?
one by one talaga, just like Sir Jason. The snowball effect, you start with the small one eh. And you know, I didn't...
You always start with the... Okay,
Yeah.
guys, take note. You always start with the small one.
Yes,
Okay.
and actually, it's a secret pa. Kasi my husband doesn't want me to get stressed. So he told me about it when... He told me about it when we were already... when he paid it off.
Wow.
Everything.
Wow!
So...
Same with me.
Yeah.
My wife was pregnant. So I didn't tell her all of our problems because she had a delicate pregnancy. So
Because you don't want her to get stressed.
she found out because I cried. I couldn't keep it inside of me
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
So yeah, and the reason why you go for the smallest, usually you have to, well, if you think about it, you should go for the highest interest.
Yeah, I was thinking of
Yeah.
that, right?
But you go for the lowest amount because it's psychological. It's all about behaviors, getting motivated.
So once you feel like you've paid it off, you could go for the next one and the next
Yeah.
one.
Small wins.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's also the time that we explored other sources of income. So since I am very thick-faced, you know, Sir Jason no said, ang kapal ng mukha, bumababa sa kapal ng bulsa.
Yun!
I like that. Ang kapal ng mukha, bumababa sa kapal ng bulsa.
So from being an employee, I explored on being in a sales world. So, but that time, it's of course you have to choose between having a family, but of course providing also help your husband to pay off everything, the needs, and then the wants will follow. So that's where I also started with the financial services as well. And insurance.
Okay, so we all know that Jason Law has a business. So after paying off the credit card debts, continue business lang. Tuloy-tuloy lang.
No, na-bankrupt kami.
Oh,
Na-bankrupt
what?
kami.
After paying off your debt?
No, we were bankrupt already. That's why we had to
Okay.
pay off everything.
And then, so when you paid off everything, you started another business?
Yes, yes.
Oh, yeah, you like a challenge, don't you?
Yes.
But we rested for a season.
Okay, and
Pahinga
then
muna.
you went into another business, and this time you knew better.
Yes, definitely.
You knew better. And yung behavior lang naman eh. Your behavior is the one that you can change lang naman eh. Basically, I think in all of this.
Yeah, but you have to change your thinking and mindset first, and then the behavior will follow. So very important. What's the meaning that you put into something? So let's say when you hear the word money, what's the first thing that comes into your mind? And you have to, in a way,
Yacht.
make your meaning
Yacht.
meaningful to you, so you will be
Yacht.
motivated. And
So we got down the behaviors and things. Somebody at Playback, their name is Jillicious, has a 3-parter. What can a person do if they have credit card debt, no emergency funds, and no savings?
Oh, first you pray.
Yes.
It's the
You
only,
have to pray.
The God Almighty.
but it's true. It's the first thing you do. You
I mean,
pray.
what else can you do?
Right?
Pray.
Because of course, the Lord will give you opportunities to earn. Of course, a single income. Right now, you have credit card debts. You don't have savings. So I'm assuming you only have a single stream of income. So it's now time to look for another stream of income. So we have a lot now. Like, you don't have to go out. You can just stay at home and look for another stream of income. Just like what I've said, no, if you look what skills do you have? There's a lot of opportunities out there that you can use your abilities to earn. I mean, my sister is staying at home and she's teaching English to students not from the Philippines, and
Nice.
yeah, I mean, she's earning while she's staying at home and taking care of her kids.
That's
Shout out
nice.
to my sister, hi Mami Jaga. So I'm so proud of her because she's doing all of that. We're having 3 kids, but yeah, she's still earning. So that's, I think, number one. Pray. Next is you have to really have another source of income, because if you're just gonna stay where you are right now, awareness before change. If you're not aware that your current income cannot pay off your debts, then I think there's gonna be a problem. So you have to
find ways.
Yeah, you have to
Right.
find ways. You have to look for more.
I have a question, right? I mean, debt. I think, let's face it. No matter how you want to live your life debt-free, there will always be
Yes.
debt, right? So here's the thing, right? How much debt do you have to have as opposed to your general income, gross income, for you to go like, oh, I am in too much debt?
already?
Parang ratio nung debt at saka nung kinikita mo. When are you supposed to like feel,
Be alarmed.
Yeah, parang, wait, this is too much.
Yeah, you have to take a look at the interest rate and then the amount of debt that you can take before borrowing.
Right.
So that's the challenge. Many people are not really aware. And the question that you have to answer is, again, is it good debt or bad debt? And taking that into consideration, so now you will have a better way to
Right.
make a more informed decision.
All this talk about numbers making my head spin. Honestly, I know it does. That's why maybe sometimes, for us Filipinos, we're so or embarrassed to talk about money, to talk about our finances, and more importantly, to talk about our debts. But really, there is help. Just look for it, diba?
Yeah.
Right. So we're talking about help. I want to ask Z. So there are certain steps, right, to become a better financial person. Like, do you have any like tips how we started? For somebody who has absolutely no idea what to do. So how do they start it? You were talking about savings and emergency funds. Is that the end all and be all of it, or is there like something else?
All right. So we usually share to our to people how to handle their finances. Is there are steps. The first step is we call it protect. You protect what you have. So what is your greatest asset? It's not just your house. It's not just not just the tangible asset, but the real asset that you have is your ability to earn income. So you have to protect it. They're also asking me if, of course, there's good debts. I'm sure it's normal to have debts.
Right.
And there's good debts. But the ratio at least is, if you have an income, like the ratio at least is as much as 20 to 40% max of your debts to your income, so that you can say to yourself that I'm in a healthy debt. No,
Healthy debt situation.
Yes, healthy debt situation, because it also improves your credit score. It's good to have credit card. It improves your credit score, and it also helps you to have points and enjoy other things for free.
Yeah.
But then again, you have to protect first. So after acknowledging everything, you write down how much you're earning, and then protect yourself first from the what if in life. Because just like what we've said, if you don't have emergency fund, where can you get the things that you need for emergencies?
Right.
That's where you go to lending, diba? But when you protect yourself, the right step is protect yourself. When I say, what if in life, what if I get sick?
Yes.
I call it sad events.
Yes.
What if I get sick? I get into accident, and then untimely death. Of
Yeah.
course, that's
Sad
really,
events?
really
Yes, sad
sad.
events.
Okay.
Yeah,
It
that's
gets sadder.
sad. Yeah,
Yeah.
sad events talaga. So you have to protect. That's where insurance is coming in.
Right.
I know that sometimes people will tend to, no insurance, it's another gastos for me, it's another added to the expense. But remember, this expense added to you right now will be the only expense that will become your income when everything stays as expense.
That's right.
So you have to protect yourself first, and then that's the time you can go on building, because the protect base of your finances is where the uncertainties are coming in. You don't know, you cannot plan for it. You don't know when will it happen. But the next step is when you build. You know, when will it happen? I want to have my best wedding.
Yeah.
I want to have my
Ikaw talaga.
I want to have my
target
dream
dito.
house. So that's something that you can prepare for. There's a timeline to it. So that's when you go on building your wealth. That's when the time you invest, because there's a time horizon when you invest. You can invest in stocks, you can invest in crypto or whatever that is legal. Okay, legal.
Yes.
And then, of course, the last would be, of course, when you are so wealthy, and then
Like Jason.
like Sir
Like Jason.
we're getting there. Okay. And then your problem naman is to transfer it to your loved one. So I think that's the steps for me. The basic step, if you are a newly grad, what can I do first? Just protect yourself first. You are your greatest asset, and then start building on until your problem is how to transfer it to your loved ones.
Wow.
No. So I guess in the protecting, it includes, investing in insurance. And make sure you get a good financial advisor, I suppose, right? And they can contact you. JJ can contact you for
Yeah, I need financial financial.
Do you have a website of some
Yeah.
sort where can they
Yeah.
get in touch with you?
I have a Facebook. It's called Mom Z Tips.
Wow.
Mom's in
Wow.
branding.
I love it.
You can like my Facebook page.
There you go. If you
Mom
need
As a
Z
mom,
tips.
and we like tips and
Yeah.
how
Yes.
to make tipid.
Yes, Momsy tips in. Yeah, tipid, right? Oh my goodness. And also, of course, apart from your website, they can also, do a one-on-one with you.
Yeah,
And they can message you. And of
Yeah,
course, that's
yeah.
going to be
Momsy tips.
an entirely different conversation.
Just
Do
stop.
we have a time flies so fast? When we return, we're going to talk more about how to protect yourself, because I think this is it now.
This is important.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is very, very important. Hang in there, folks.
Magic 89.9.
You were listening to Friday Madness, yesterday's hits today, the Big Breakfast with Big D, Jada, 4J, Jason Law, and ZEE Martinez, telling you guys how to manage your finances wisely. Okay, because we could talk about managing finances, but wisely, that
Wisely.
makes it different from other things. How
True,
you
true.
handle it. Okay, so before we left the conversation at protecting yourself in various ways, and Z, I think with your mommy Z tips,
Mom Z.
Mom Z tips. Okay, you are an expert on this. How do we even begin to protect ourselves financially, at least? I know you protect your asset, and then you have to look outside yourself.
Okay, so you start with, of course, just like what I've said, the what if in life or the uncertain things that you have to prepare for yourself. I think the very first one is you really have to protect yourself from being sick.
Health is wealth.
That's very, very important. Health is wealth. The good thing with being an employee is you have a health card, right? So you have all the care that you need when you go to checkups, laboratories. But what really swipes everything from us is when we have critical illnesses. I think that's really where we are coming in, because just like what I said a while ago, one sickness away can bring us to poverty, heart attack, stroke, cancer. That's the top three leading causes of death in the Philippines. And I'm sure every one of you can relate because you experience it. Even someone who had a heart attack, had cancer, and even me, my mom had cancer way back. And just like this year, we had a cancer scare again. We found a lump on her breast, and it really shook us. Like the fear of losing your the loved ones, but at the same time, you have to prepare financially. So
Yes.
the best time to prepare actually is when you're healthy, because these things are limited offer. You cannot get it when you are sick. I have one client who's on his 20s and on his 30s who got postponed. He cannot get a health insurance yet because the other one has a high sugar and then the other one is a high blood.
Wow.
So while
Okay.
getting checked, the blood pressure is too high. So we have to wait. You have to wait for 6 months. So these are the things that that you won't even hear other people who receives insurance claim or who has received health claim that they would say na it's sayang. But you always hear that it's sayang, the sayang portion to the people who doesn't have one. So
And yung parang pag hindi mo pa kailangan, doon ka kumuha. Kasi
Tama,
pag kailangan mo na, hindi ka na makakakuha.
hindi ka
Right? The premiums when you're, or even if, you could be denied. You apply for insurance if you have diabetes or you have,
You have a condition.
Yeah, high BP. You probably will not get
No.
covered. So you have to get it before.
You can get it, but of course
Ang laki ng
with
premium.
maintenance,
There you
and
go.
higher premium. And like when you are young, imagine if you are on your 20s and then you get a 10-year pay, you're
Yeah.
gone by 30, but you're covered for life, something like that. I think that's one checklist on the long list of what you want to
Did you
achieve.
hear that, JJ?
Si JJ na
No,
naman.
but it's true. That's
Young
something you have to
kids, 10
prepare.
year for life. Yes.
And even if you're single, JJ, like
I'm not.
diba?
Especially.
If you're single, you don't want to get married or you don't want to have kids, but you don't want to be a burden to your loved ones when you grow older. And
That's
as
true.
As
Yes.
a mom, I think that's one major thing that we always missed out. We always planned for others, but we forgot to plan for ourselves.
Our
right?
greatest investment is always to
You
ourselves, right?
first, diba? And in the plane, what do they teach you? Put your oxygen mask
No, I thought the
first.
seatbelt.
Well, yeah, of course.
That too, but put it on yourself first before you put it on your
Yes.
child, right? Or the someone that's right beside you. Saying hello and good morning to Doc Leo Doble and his pedia wife, Doc Claire. I like the conversations this morning. They're in their car. They're in their
Hello.
car driving off somewhere. Hi, okay. Sige. All right. My question siya pero mamaya na lang. Yeah. So many young couples, right now, they graduated and then they're on the way to the chapel to get married and everything's rosy, not realizing that, yun na nga, we have to talk about our finances. So, feeling ko dapat, as soon as sinagot ka nung girlfriend mo, okay, let's talk money. Or something like that. Because, okay, when you get into a relationship, you're thinking long term. You're thinking, I'm marrying this girl or I'm marrying this guy. So, you talk about each other's finances na if ever mag-break kayo, it's still good. Right? You part ways na...
You're covered.
You're covered.
Mahirap yung mga ganun eh. Like, if hopefully not, things go bad, di ba? Maghahanap pa kayo ng uy, ito, utang, whatever, ganyan. So, yeah.
Are you
Okay.
talking to yourself? Thinking out loud?
Don't mind me, guys. I'm in my headspace. Yeah.
You know what? We have so many more questions.
But
We are
we're
running
out
out
of time.
of time. So any last words? Anything? Are you out with your new book already? Is it that time already? The last time you were here, you said you were gonna do a...
Still writing.
Oh, okay.
But I have this. This is actually my behavioral finance book. It's called Determined. DEBT.
Determined.
Yeah. And we shared our debt story. So how can you take control of your finances and your life?
there you go.
And during that time I didn't want to write it, but when I did, I get messages that people could relate to it, and some of them even use it as a reference,
Right.
Wow.
especially when they were deep in debt.
Oh.
So
Can I see? I'll put it
just
up on
don't
the
mind my
camera.
picture.
Okay, there you go. Determined. It's on TV. And how can they get a copy of this one?
Yeah, well, you can go to my Facebook,
This
my
photo
social
does
media
not
handles.
do you justice,
Oh.
by the way.
Ang pogi and real, no?
I'll give you a copy. I'll give you a
Ang
copy.
pogi ni Jason Lo in
I'll give
real
you a
life.
copy.
Sino photographer mo?
2 copies.
Kasi, di ba, it does not do you justice. Even the ones
Sorry
that
na.
we post
Ako
online.
kumuha ng picture.
Ay, ikaw ba? Okay, so, sorry. How do they get a copy pala? Again.
Yeah, you can get in touch with us at Jason Lo. That's JAYSONLO. And it's also in Shopee and our website, jasonlo.com.
Okay, or you can contact me at _Jada because I have 10% on that.
And the referral.
My manager, everyone.
You can, actually, you guys can follow me at J Squared, and then I have a 50%.
Galing. Ang galing.
I'm not saying anything because I get 5% from both.
Mas matali. You are the wisest of us all. Okay, and how
Z?
about you, Z? Apart from the website, where can they, do you have any speaking engagements anytime soon? TV shows na.
TV shows, wow, it's coming.
Let's go.
I love it.
We have an office in the Finance Center. It's at 20th floor Finance Center, BGC. So you can visit us there. I'm always in the office every Tuesdays and Thursdays. So if you want personal finance one-on-one with me, you can visit us in our office. And of course, you can schedule through Mom's Details online
There you go.
on Facebook. And yeah, looking forward to help more people. I know that when I experience it, 7 years of working and then I don't have any savings, and I want to share to how can we start. Baby steps is still a step.
We haven't even talked about online lending, online debts.
Sana. Babalik.
Pagbalik nila, for sure.
Yes,
Very
yes.
interesting. Okay, hopefully everybody on Playback learned something, a thing or two. Not just a thing or two, okay? Like 20 things today, all right? So we are highing off to an awesome weekend.
Yes.
What are your plans for the weekend? What are your plans, JJ, for the weekend?
I'm actually just gonna sleep.
How about you, Big D?
I'm doing Y2K tomorrow. 7 to 10, 7 to 9.
You could have surprised people.
No, it's something
Well,
to look
it's a
forward to.
totally different market.
I know tomorrow you are JJ Dennis.
Yes, tomorrow JJ
Well,
Dennis.
why only 2 hours? Why not make it 7 to 10?
Sabi mo yun, I'll be here by 6.
Yeah, you can
6
take
to 9.
control.
6 to 9, man.
Okay, well, I'm gonna tune into you.
Right.
Okay, while I'm on my way to Camp Pebbles in
Wow,
Tarlac.
you guys take care.
You know what? This one has a river. We're not wet enough apparently because of the LPA that's coming, and they have
Embrace
Facebook. Yeah, they have Facebook and Instagram for inquiries and bookings. 600 per head per night, I think.
Not bad.
Yeah, not
No.
bad, not bad. And hi to Tim Tuasan of Moto Testo
Hello.
Overland. Hi guys. They're currently in their Negros expedition or something like that.
You guys take
14
care.
days
Wow.
right there. So thank you so much for welcoming us in your arms, and thank you so much,
Jason and
Law
ZEE.
and ZEE Martinez.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Oh God. Okay.
I think bitin eh. I think you guys should
Sobra.
come back
I know.
as
It's so
you know.
hard to close.
I know.
Because I don't know how to
Ang dami
close
pang
it.
pwede pag-usapan.
It's a good
Dami ko pa-
conversation.
dami
If they're
ko pa
willing to
tanong.
return, we'll have them.
Yeah, why not? We've got Master Hands
Coming up.
and, coming right up. Also, I've got some Joni Mitchell for you. Happy weekend, guys. Thank you so much once again. Hugs
Thank you, thank
everywhere.
you.
Okay, bye, guys.
Magic 89.9.